All right, hello and welcome to season 10, episode 13, final episode of the season, Lakeside Cabin. And that's right, for those keeping track, that means there's a cabin in this painting. Ooh, exciting. What am I looking for? The Mario brush. And this painting actually has a huge, like a large percentage of sky in it. Let's do that. Cabin. Yeah, it's a definite. I spent, actually before bed last night, I spent like 30 minutes, I think at least, chopping peppercorns by hand. For preparation for dinner tonight. And actually before stream, which is why I could have been live like an hour ago probably, but I proceeded to do more dinner prep like at 3. It was like 2:30 actually, I think. I was chopping up garlic chives, and ginger for making mapo tofu tonight, because I now have all the ingredients, the proper ingredients to make mapo tofu properly. So it's happening. We're getting in there. Also, Cloudy, thank you for the Prime Gaming for 40 months. I hope your birthday was still good, even though Kendall was being questionable. Blubbers. Fake friend she is. God. You think you know someone. Shaking my head, Kendall. Yeah, I'm glad actually Cloud put the high G message in his resub. That goes kind of hard, actually. Oh god, Ebo's in a ditch. Mayday, 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 help him. Somebody help Ebo. Cloud, save Ebo from the ditch. But Ebo, I showed you my gochujang last night. What else could you possibly need in life other than that? It actually hits so hard having the gochujang again. Damn, I can have some of the... Oh my god, wait, I'm actually like Ebo. Hold on. Last night we made gochujang noodles. Unfortunately, they weren't Huel branded, but that's what we had for dinner last night. At like, it was like 12:30, I think, or something. Something like that. By the time everything was done. Can somebody steamroll me, please? Actually, I think that's what I need right now, to be steamrolled. I guess like G and I could lay next to each other, and then you could steamroll both of us. And then if anyone else wants to like lay down next to us and join in on the train, you're welcome to lay down next to us. Like, all right, get in. You'll be off in 35 minutes. Carlos. Any Lego One Piece enjoyers in chat? Damn, I wonder if Carlos popped in instantly to that ad running. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Is that good enough? Right, ad being over. Is everyone free from any ads they were potentially in? Also at Carlos, at G, at Ebo. I did a 1.5-minute dead hang today before stream. Actually, you know what I've been doing? Well, I've done it like a couple of times, but dead hang for a minute, and then the last 30 seconds is a L hang, I think is what it's called properly. That one goes kind of, the L hang goes kind of hard, where it's a dead hang, but then you have your legs like out in front of you, like an L sit, if you may, but it's a hang instead of a sit. A hanging, yeah. Ebo gets it. Okay, apparently I have a long torso. that's what Skittles said. Like, damn, your torso is long. Allegedly. And I'm like, is that why? Like, I feel like when I try and do an L sit, like I barely am like above the ground. Like I'll feel like I'm like a half an inch above the ground. It would probably go hard if I had like, I don't know what you call it, but it's like one of those things where it's just like a little handle thing. Like if it was like a bench or something, or it was like something that was raised a little bit that I could grab onto and like L sit off of that. You do have a very long torso. Okay, here, you guys can measure. Here, I'll stand up and I'll hold the, here, this is me relative to a Mario Paint mouse. Okay, there you go. That's your butter torso reference. My YouTube recommended a video called I Did Dead Hangs for 30 days and it changed my life, and then you went live. Can I say? Just a nowhere. It is wild though how many times like I've seen videos where it's like, dude, dead hangs are like broken. Just do hangs. I mean, pull-up bars are definitely a really OP equipment to have at home, especially since like they're pretty inexpensive, like relatively speaking, compared to a lot of other equipment. Yeah, so I'm trying my best to like stay consistent with doing more dead hangs, and I haven't really done much active hanging where you like try and like engage your scapular question mark. Is that it? I think that's what you try and use. Damn, Ebo mentioning active hangs. Also, did you hear the part, Ebo, where last night for dinner we actually made gochujang noodles? I should try active hangs. I should though. I think it could be pretty hype. Yeah, we used soba / buckwheat noodles, whatever you want to call them, and then made like a gochujang sauce that had gochujang, MSG, a little bit of pepper, soy sauce, oyster sauce, bouillon powder, a little bit of water, cornstarch. Even though all the sauce got like absorbed into like the noodles. So, but it still was really good. I need to do more everything. Ugh, I'm rating type energy. Right, Brack? Ugh, butter. I'm busy not finishing DK randos. Ugh. Learning how to pinch your shoulder blades is important for shoulder health. In what regard, Ebo? Is that good for shoulder health, would you say? Wait, also, I was saying about this, Carlos. Did I ever show you that one, Persona 3 cover that I came across a little while back? I know I've sent it to Arma. I know Arma and Justin have heard it. I don't know if you ever heard it, Carlos. That shit fucking bangs. It's going down. I was just letting my like YouTube autoplay music earlier while I was like just doing stuff, and the original came on, and then I listened to the cover afterwards. I'm like, I think I low-key like the cover more than the one that plays in the actual game, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Potentially, partially because, well, I mean, it does have Johnny in it, and he's fucking goated. So I mean, that's kind of hard when you're going up against Johnny. It's kind of a tough battle. What'd I ask? Damn, was Kendall distracting you at work? Like, Carlos, can you come sort these papers for me? I was asking if you ever heard this "It's Going Down" cover. I don't know if I ever posted it in the Discord or not, but I know I've sent it to like Arma and Justin. Rather, I sent it to Arma, and I know Justin just saw it like when I posted it. I posted on Blue Sky like a month or two back. It has the Crush 40 vocalist in it, which goes really hard. AKA they got the person who sings like the Sonic songs. That's who Crush 40 is for any not knowers. Oh my god, I'm connecting to chat. Slay. Okay, we're back. I was curious if you ever heard that one or not. Don't think you've heard it. This shit fucking bangs. I'll at you and Kendall. Boom. At Kendall. At Carlos. We all ever discover. Go to the camp. Yeah, I low-key think that cover, I think is actually, from what I've heard, in my opinion, I think is better than the original song. Maybe biased, but I don't know. I'm like, damn, this shit's kind of tight. Damn, you beat Hush first try with Holy Card and Birthright. Oh my god. Also, active holds help with stronger pull-ups too, because it's the first thing you do in a pull-up. I guess that's true, actually. That's a good point. That's some fucking... isn't Tainted Lost Hush unlock really good, G? Also, pinching shoulder blades is good for flexibility and injury prevention and technique for a lot of chest exercises. I feel like I don't really do a lot of chest exercises. I mean, do you count pull-ups as chest exercises? Does that count? I guess so. I haven't been doing pull-up or push-ups in a while. Maybe I should get back into doing those. I had like an arc where I was doing incline push-ups for a good bit, where I would use like a chair just like from the dining table and just put my feet on that and then just push up off the ground. I was doing that for a good bit. I don't know, it is so hard to stay consistent with working out. I guess it's also good to not like constantly exercise like the same thing. I don't know if that's like, I guess me saying that, but I've been doing dead hangs a lot lately. But yeah, you don't want to go too insane. Yeah, push-ups definitely feel more chest than pull-ups. I have always said that like a huge like hype goal would be one day being able to do like a clean one-handed push-up. I haven't tried it in a while, but I could do like a really shitty one-handed push-up. But I couldn't go like all the way down and then all the way back up. I think I could do like a quarter one or something like that at one point. So it's definitely not like a full-on like clean one. I think an insane thing is people who can do muscle ups. Like that shit's crazy, where you're on the pull-up bar and you start like just in a hanging position and then you like pull yourself up and then you like then proceed to keep going up and like have it where you're like the bar is like all the way like down. Just seeing some video of some guy doing like 20 clean muscle ups or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like that is like insane. Like doing one, like that'd be something. But that guy just did 20 and they were all like just like boom, like NBD, he's just doing it. Like you're crazy. This guy's nuts for being able to do that NBD. Yo, gear him with the same name color as Carlos was good. They're matching, oh my god. Just like how Ebo and G aren't matching. Also, G, your name's been green in Discord for a while, and I'm like, I don't know if I should be concerned or not that you're green and not yellow in Discord. Is it even G at that point? It's funny considering how uncommon this name color is. I would definitely say that is a pretty uncommon name color indeed. Like I definitely think there's a lot of yellows, a lot of blues. I wonder if there's like a metric for that. Like does Twitch like, they probably don't keep track of that, but like just curious like what like the most common like default name colors are, at least, because there's the default set, and then if you're a turbo or prime user, you can just use like any hex code color. But it's always interesting to me because you can, I'm pretty sure if you ever pick a name color, you can never go back. But if you like make a Twitch account and never pick a name color, every time you enter a stream, it will give you a random name color. Which is what happens with my guy Vince. Every time he's in chat, it's a different color. Because he's never picked one. But I'm pretty sure as soon as you pick a color, like you can't go back to being random. Which is interesting that it works that way at all. Like, I'm kind of surprised it doesn't just like assign you like a random color. What do you think, Carlos? I mean, wait. Right, G? Ready, boo? Right, me after the sneeze? That was a nice sneeze because it didn't feel like I was like exerting like everything from my body to sneeze. I appreciate it when it's just a more like tame, just a regular like, but not like a, oh god, I'm like powering up to proceed to sneeze. If that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Yo, Al, thank you. Hello. Off today, question mark. You know, speaking of off today, so did I mention this? I actually don't know. Oh, no, I did. But like, so how on the weekend, my dad and I did go to this Asian grocery store and I got a bunch of fun ingredients. So from there, I got garlic chives and garlic sprouts. Are there any knowers in chat? Like, are those different or are they the same thing? Because they were labeled differently and they were in different like spots in the produce sections. But like, I've heard of garlic chives, but I've never heard of garlic sprouts, and they look the same. And when I look it up online, I can't find anything about it. So I'm like, are they just the same thing, low-key? Allegedly, for Mapo tofu, you're supposed to use garlic chives traditionally, from what I remember like seeing in some video a while back. But apparently most people just use green onion because it's a lot more accessible for people. Apparently, traditionally, you're supposed to use garlic chives, so that's what I'm using tonight. Off and out and about today. Pausers. That's a huge pausers. Well, I hope it's a good experience of being oot in a boot, as Blue Bob would put it. Where's Blue Bob at? Where's Dilly Donnie at? Garlic sprouts are more of like a crisp onion tasting like vegetable. The thing is, I don't know which one's which, honestly. But also when I looked it up on like the website, because the website or like the place that we went to, they both like look the same, like in person. But when I look up like garlic chives, they show up. But when I look up garlic sprouts on the grocery store's website, they just don't show up. So I'm like, what the fuck? Unless if they have like a different name. Garlic sprouts are more like a crisp onion tasting like vegetable. See, when I looked that up, I didn't find a damn thing about garlic sprouts. I didn't find a damn thing about it. God. Garlic sprouts can also be called garlic scapes. Well, I chopped up a bunch of one of them, so hopefully I chopped up the right one. I mean, either way, it should be fine. I don't know, one came just like, it was like all like rat, was it a curly looking thing? It was, I mean, Panza. Whoa, 30 months? And G was on a 30 stream streak. Coincidence? Yo, Panza, thank you for the 30 months. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. You're actually right. It was not a curly looking thing. They're both like straight. They're both just like, they're both very long. Just bring them down and show. That'd be crazy. But yeah, like one was just like out, like in the open, and the other one was like all like wrapped up, like in plastic wrap, like in the store tightly, which was interesting. You guys planned that? Damn. I mean, you guys probably did plan that at GDQ. That was probably like part of the reason why you went there, I assume. Damn. Did you win at GDQ, Panza? Were you winning there? Oh yeah, and I talked about this, like, I've probably talked about it for like a few months, but I did get the chili bean paste, the Chinese chili bean paste. I did acquire it from this Asian grocery store, so I finally have it. The hunt is over. The Toban Dian John, as some places, as some brands like abbreviate it as, but it's like actually like called like Dojuban or something like that. I think that's like how it's like spelled. We had to meet up because otherwise there was no way we could have planned it out. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's kind of like part of the reason why GDQ even like happened, I think. The hunt is over. The hunt is over. And I did smell it multiple times because like we opened it up on like Saturday. I was like, I'm just curious like what it smells like. And it does indeed smell pretty good. I'm like, ooh, that's kind of nice actually. I said in Blue Blob was streaming yesterday, and I said to him, I got a bunch of ingredients from the Asian grocery store that we went to that would make a person like you perish, probably. Because he is very much not a spice handler. It was crazy. Like, I think it's pretty common, at least based in my experience of my grocery store in town here, just my normal ass white person grocery store, but like they've always had like crabs, like a fish tank with just live crab in it. But at this Asian grocery store, they had like eel and, or no, it was lobster that they would have at the grocery stores in town here. But at that one, they had like crab, lobster, eel. They had, I think, a few others. Like they had like a pretty like decently big like fish area, which I was kind of surprised. I was like, whoa, it's kind of crazy. How have you been, Panza? Hope you've been winning. Was there squid and or octopus? I don't believe there was octopus. I don't remember seeing octopus. Oh, I posted it in food channel. But that red bean bun was actually really good. Like the actual like pastry dough part, that part was really good. And the red bean part itself was really good also. The filling, was very good. The only tragedy was that it was like kind of hollow. Like, but it was also like it was like $2. So I don't know. I didn't feel scammed because it was really good. We haven't tried them yet, but I also got these frozen, like, instead of custard buns, because I've seen custard buns at like every sushi place and like every Korean barbecue, they always have custard buns. I remember we actually went to sushi with David and Vince a few weeks ago, or like last week when Vince and David came by, and Skittle was saying, oh, I wish they had custard buns, but like instead of custard, like it was a red bean bun. And then I saw red bean buns, like frozen red bean buns at the Asian grocery store, so I was like, I kind of have to get these, I think. So I got them. I've been major winning because I moved out of my parents' house and have a new job that is exhausting but better than your old one. Yo, all right. So what I'm hearing then is shots this weekend. That's what I'm hearing, right? 3? 3? You know, when I was looking in the fridge earlier, I did notice my apple crown in the fridge, and I'm like, I kind of forgot about the apple crown. Eyes emoji. Could. All right. Shots on Saturday night then. That's really cool though. That's super hype. Are you living in like a house or apartment? Has anybody else never lived in an apartment? I've only ever been into I've only ever like stayed at like an apartment, like at like a single apartment before. I've never like otherwise I've never like lived at an apartment. It also was like an apartment complex and not like an apartment building. Living in a friend's house with another one of our friends. Dang, that's hype. I hope they are good roommates. They freaking better. Right, Justin? Right, Cloud, who I saw type in the Bangers channel for like a few seconds. You know, I think it's because when I was listening to music earlier, Simple and Clean came on, and then later Sanctuary came on. I was like, damn, I haven't listened to Sanctuary in a long time. And I was like, damn. He was looking forward to this alleged 1 and 2 critical playthrough that I want to do at some point. It's kind of tragic that I think the only existing things, like footage of my original 1 and 2 playthrough, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 playthrough, for those who are like, what the fuck is he talking about? The only existing footage of that is like 2 clips, I think, which are both from 2. I don't know if there's any clips made from my Kingdom Hearts 1 playthrough. Do it right now. I don't have them. But I also realized, like, wait, I have a PS2 adapter, like a PS2 to USB controller adapter. Easy. That's easy money right there. I remember I like originally toyed with the idea of like being like, what if I did a level 1 playthrough? And then I remembered that I know that there's a boss fight in 2 where your health is dependent on your level, and I'm like, I do not want to do that boss fight with not being able to get hit. I'm like, never mind. Never mind that idea. Have to go forever. All right, bye forever. Enjoy getting your tequila from the grocery store. That fight is optional though. Is it though? I remember like knowing, well, I guess like most things I'd ever seen on those games were like the final mix versions. Because when in my playthrough of 2, when I got to the part where you're supposed to fight Roxas, it's just a cutscene in the original PS2 game. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, damn, that's crazy. This is just a cutscene in the original version. Kingdom Hearts 2 is a baby game, and Isaac Pro should have no problems. Have you played through 2, Ebo? I've only played through like the PS2 versions on Proud, or I think I think Kingdom Hearts 1 PS2 only has Expert as an option, and then Kingdom Hearts 2 PS2 version has Proud as an option. But then I know the newer versions have Critical as an option. I don't know, I remember playing through Kingdom Hearts 2 or Kingdom Hearts 1 and just getting like two-shot by a random ass Heartless and like just like in a random area. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm getting shit on. By just random, like by the, I'm getting shit on by a Goomba equivalent. You played through 1 and 2 and Birth by Sleep on their hardest difficulties. Birth by Sleep allegedly actually being a good game that isn't 1 and 2. I don't know, I remember having problems with certain fights. When I like just having a hard time with some battles. Like I vividly remember whoever the Organization 13 dude is that you fight. Like, what the fuck is his name? Is it Zigbar? Is that a name? I don't know. But it's the guy you fight when you go back to the Beauty and the Beast world. That dude had this giant ass like beam attack that went across the whole ass screen. And I was like, I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to dodge this. So I remember I just used the iframes of transforming with like into a drive form. I used that to dodge it. Because I was like, I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to dodge this otherwise. Digbar is hella boss, dude. I love fighting Digbar. Zaldin. Yeah, I was getting fucked by that guy for a while. Yeah, but did you fight Sephiroth, Ebo, in 1 or 2? I never fought him in 1, actually. I tried him like once or twice, but I never like tried to like actually like properly beat him. I don't know, I still say that I think fighting Sephiroth in 2 was a very satisfying boss fight, because he wasn't just like outright like unavoidable bullshit attack. Like everything had like counterplay, but it was just knowing like what to do. I thought that was interesting, even though like there was definitely times where I was like, yep, I'm just getting kind of fucked. Bell did whoop his ass. I don't remember that at all. I super don't remember that. Oh my god, I dropped frames for a sec. Pausers. We're back though. Skittle, you better not be downloading something. I'm trying to stream here. Kingdom Hearts 2 boss fights are knowledge checks. This is true. I don't know. Those are considered action art, like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Like, you consider those an action RPG, right? I don't know if I've ever played another one other than 1 and 2. I don't know if it's like a very popular genre or not, or if low-key this game is actually considered an action RPG. It's fun. The gameplay is fun. I liked it. It was holding Rose and Belle hostage, trying to make Beast choose one, and Belle just straight up elbows him and runs off with the Rose with a she-eating grin. I thought first like Rose was like a character. I was like, who the fuck is Rose? I'm like, oh wait, no, it's the literal Rose. Yeah, 2 is kind of a crazy game in terms of like just how it plays with its combat. They went kind of off the rails, going. They just made a good game. They just made a game that's like fun to play. Even if you're like, the story it makes no sense, which I don't know. Like, I remember playing those games and going in with it like, I just want to have a good time. I'm not gonna try and understand literally everything that's happening, so I know this shit's fucked. But I knew that in advance. I knew shit was fucked going into it, so I guess I had that expectation going into it. I don't know, for me in games, like, I think, you know, if the story is cool and all, that's fun. But I definitely am like, gameplay first, please. Like, please make the game actually fun to play. Skittle randomly played this game last night called Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom. And they were like, I bought this just like on a whim or something, like a while back, or like they've had, I don't know how long they've had it for, but they just randomly decided to play it. And I was like, damn, this game looks like it's pretty cool and like well put together and like very well polished and all that. I don't know, I was like, damn, good job, random devs who I've never heard of before. Y'all look like you did a good job on this game. There's Tales of series, which are also popular action JRPGs. I also do not know much about those games. Like, I've heard of some of the games, like Tales of Symphonia, I think is one. But I don't really know much about them. And honestly, just huge shouts to good games. We give a shout out to good games. I was looking at like the Steam page for that game I mentioned that Skittle was playing, Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom, and I didn't realize it was by a, well, not that, but like I was just looking at the Steam page, and at the bottom it showed like, you know, games, which I figured was by the same developer, but then it was just by the same publisher. But I just saw like this other random game that was like another climbing game that I downloaded the demo for. Haven't tried it yet or set it up or anything, but what's it called? It's called Valley Peaks. I just thought it's like a climbing game that like had like, it's not like Peak where it's like strictly climbing, like it has like other things happening, but I guess like the main like meat is climbing. So I'm like, okay, I'm down. And it has a free demo. I'm like, sure, why not? Let's go to try at some point. Yeah, I guess it's just by the same publisher, but I'm like, huh. I assumed they would show games by the same developer, not same publisher, but maybe that developer for the Yellow Taxi game only has made that game, potentially. Shoutouts to good games. Oh, can I have some water? Yum, 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 yum. I was also thinking, just like recently, I'm like, what am I, can we stop dropping frames? Can we stop dropping frames? Skittle, stop downloading stuff. I mean, okay, well, I think at this point, I think that one might have been the streaming server being bad, because when I jumped frames earlier, like a stream I have up on the side did actually freeze, but that time it didn't freeze or anything. So I think that time it might have been the streaming server, which I've had this problem multiple times recently, actually, where it just seems like the streaming server I'm streaming to crazy concept just like is fucking up randomly. Anyways, that's not happening anymore. But yeah, I've been thinking recently, I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do for stream once I'm done with Hollow Knight? Like, do we just go back to speedrunning stuff? Because I haven't played MM since I got my PB. I have not turned on that game a single time. And like, I did want to like keep playing. Like, I didn't intend to like, I kind of intended more so to like start Hollow Knight and then just like, oh, okay, we can like do runs and then play Hollow Knight when I'm done. But instead I've just been playing Hollow Knight the whole time. Which has been good though. Like, I think it's been good. And I guess like if I haven't like really exactly felt like going back to doing runs immediately, then it's probably like a good thing that I didn't just be like, okay, let me force myself to go back to spamming glitchless after spamming it for like, I don't know how long. I grinded for a good few months there again. So I don't know. I don't know what I should do. Because I never did any practice. I never did like the whole looking at Jess's run to try and study. I never ended up doing that. Because at least like, with like the point that I got to for glitchless, it's like I can 100%, like I could definitely still PB in theory. It would just be like, I would need like a really just like clean run all the way through. Like I would not be able to afford like basically any big mistake at any point in the run. And then it would also be like, yep, like Majora has to be like really good. Twin Mold has to be like really good. Like, it's just like such a little room for error with like the strats that I was doing at that point, and it was like, man. And especially finding out like within the first hour, like I like lose 30 seconds to Trev and like a minute to Jess. It's like, okay, there is something I'm clearly missing at the start of this run that like they are just doing better than me. There was clearly something that I just like was bad at. I just don't know what. But for someone like me who, like, historically, over the last, like, multiple years has not casualed a whole lot of things because I've just been busy speedrunning and being like, I'll play the same game for 8 months straight. It's probably nice to give, like, my brain a break and just be able to actually enjoy something. And it's good. Like, I'm glad I've been enjoying Hollow Knight. Like, I really did. I have had a very good time with it. So I'm glad I started playing it eventually. Freddy Bo, who's walking home right now. I think Ebo walks home. Ebo, do you walk home from work? Shouts to how apparently way back when there was a time when like Miyamoto would apparently like bike to and from work at like the Nintendo office, and then I guess at a certain point they like were like, you're not allowed to do this anymore, because I guess they're like you're too important or something like that. I'm like, damn, that's kind of fucked up actually. Like they're like, damn, my guy's not allowed to just bike to work anymore. Kind of fucked up. You gonna tell Miyamoto that? Like, if he's like, nah, fuck you guys. I'm gonna go work for Microsoft where I can bike to work there. Kind of funny. Back and forth between casual and speed gaming seems okay if that's what you intended. Well, I kind of like, because ever since I started Hollow Knight, like I've just been doing Hollow Knight, and I guess Mario Paint still. But like I originally intended it for it to be more like still doing speedrun as like the main thing, but then being like, oh, it's been 2 hours and runs are dead. Let's play some Hollow Knight. That was my original thought of how it was gonna go, but maybe I didn't expect to like enjoy Hollow Knight so much, because once again, it is literally like Islets and Crypt Custodian, which are other Metroidvanias I played previously, but they're just more like Hollow Knight is just more. It is definitely a more like fleshed out experience than those two games were, and they weren't bad games, but Hollow Knight is just like more. Like there's just a lot to do in that game. And they did a good job with like making you go back to areas, being like, oh, you can't get to this area because you don't have this thing. Like giving you reason to go back to previous areas instead of it being like, okay, you got through this area. Okay, you never have to go here again a single time in your playthrough. Also, shoutouts to when JCOG was playing Hollow Knight in voice the other day, and I saw Skittles watching, and JCOG was at a part I literally just got to, and I was like, oh my god, I figured out how to do that thing on my own. Feels good. Monado. Hello. How are you today, Mr. Gaming? What the hell? Wait, I actually like the sky in this photo, in this painting right now. Do you guys like the sky? I think the use of like the in between I think this blue tone, I think this one actually was a good play. It creates some interesting effects actually for the clouds that would otherwise be really difficult to like get the vibe of. I don't know, I think it kind of turned out actually. Like the sky out your window too. Oh yeah, you like the iCarly flash gif that's outside my window right now. we have that, don't we? Oh, lowercase f, buddy. God, that clip is so funny. Like that scream she does is like there was like that was such a good scream she did in that scene. I forgot that prac emote. Yeah, that sub emote is crazy. That one goes insane. Right, Arma? God, what a good product. Oh damn, you listened to that cover, G? Isn't that song fucking litty? At least that cover, well, the original song is good, but I don't know. What do you think, Justin? I know you listened to that It's Going Down, the Persona song, that cover that I posted on Blue Sky whenever I came across it like a month or two back at this point. I remember you said you listened to it. Because I low-key think I actually like that one better than the original song. And I have listened to the original version a couple of times. And like I can see the vibe with the original song, but I don't know. The vocals go kind of dummy in that cover. Vocals go like actually like ridiculous in that cover. It's interesting because it's such like a different like feeling like between the two versions. The original being reload or original. Are they that different between the? I guess the title. What does the title say? Reload cover. Oh, is it a different song between the two games? Question mark. I'd have to listen. I have to take a listen. Different singers between two versions. Oh, but is it like this? Like, is it still like the same like song, but just sung by a different person and maybe like done a little differently? Which song is this? I put it in bangers. It's a cover of "It's Going Down Now," and this cover has the singer from Crush 40, aka the band who does all the lit Sonic songs, aka the good part of Sonic games. Which is crazy that it just randomly has him. But also in a live, I mean, maybe he just likes that song or something, I don't know. Because in like this live concert that he did, like this year, like a couple months ago, he actually did that song live. But it was still crazy though. And I remember I was just listening to that like live performance one day. I'm like, damn, this is a good ass live performance actually. And then that part came up, and I was like, I hadn't heard that song before. I remember that was a easy at Arma. I was like, is this hype? It was indeed hype. Oh, that song is new to just Reload. Okay. There was some song Arma sent me that was like the original 3 versus like this. It was like the same song between original and Reload. I don't remember which song it was, but Arma expected me to like the original one, the original version more. And I think I liked parts of both, but I think I did prefer the original one. Like it had like a certain like funk to it, I remember. I could probably find it in our DMs, but that'd be some scrolling. I don't got time for that shit. I got that shit turned off. Where's Anna? Does she have that shit turned off right now, do you think? Generally speaking, I like the OST of the original game, but I don't know what song you're referring to specifically. Oh, well, now you know. Now you know what song I'm referring to. I remember Arma was telling me that apparently, I think it's for Persona 5 versus whatever the fuck the remake is. Persona 5 Final Mix HD 2.3. But I remember Arma was saying that apparently for like there's like a battle theme that's used, and I guess like the original song is in Reload, but it only plays when you don't, I think Arma said it's called ambushing, like first striking in Paper Mario equivalent, apparently. Like if you don't ambush an enemy, it plays the original song, but I think Arma said if you ambush an enemy, then it plays like a newer song, and the newer song is like apparently way less hype. And it's like, well, you basically would never not want to ambush an enemy because it's just better. Damn, were you also like let down by that question mark? I don't know if you played the original or not. 95% of the time you're gonna ambush the enemy, so you basically never hear one of the most iconic songs in the game. I wonder if that's like a common opinion people share online, because I've never like heard that, but I guess I don't really, you know, like y'all is like where I would hear the most Persona stuff, so it's not like I'm actively like seeing that stuff on my feed. I was extremely let down. Damn. I wonder if there's a mod that can like change it. Surely you could probably like get like a mod that like, yeah, swaps the two, or like just like replaces the new one with the OG version or something. God, it'll always live rent-free in my head when everyone was doing their Persona 5 playthroughs. I think it was when Royal came out like 3 or 4 years ago, something like that. And like I just watched like 4 different playthroughs and saw probably like 60% of the game or something. But also being introduced to like being in cutscenes for like 20 plus minutes. I'm like, holy fuck. I've never played a game where this is like a thing where you're just like you're just in text and cutscene simulator for like a half hour sometimes. It felt like. I'm like, holy shit. Insane. Like, I'd be like, what do you mean you're still in a cutscene? Holy shit. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there is a mod for it. Like, if y'all are all like coincidentally all in the same boat of like, yeah, this is an unhyped decision, like surely there must be some weight behind that to it being like an unhyped play on their part. You know, I don't even know, not Persona. I don't even know how it sounds, but it's like how, you know, for Kingdom Hearts, at least for 1 and 2, I forget what the fuck is her name? Oh my god. The person who sings / made the songs for Sanctuary and Simple and Clean. How that artist also made a song for 3. And that song has fucking Skrillex in it. Does Skrillex even exist anymore? But I feel like I remember people not liking that one very much, but I mean, Simple and Clean is iconic. And I definitely like Simple and Clean more than Sanctuary. But I think Sanctuary is still good. But I mean, come on, fucking Simple and Clean, like, come on, man. That's kind of hard to beat. Yes. I was like, I could picture it in my head, but I could not like think of like how you would say their name. I was like, I'm just gonna not butcher it. I'm just gonna not butcher it and just be like, y'all know who I'm talking about when I say that. Y'all know who I'm referring to. I still think about sometimes, well, this person hasn't existed in like a long time, in like at least 2 years on Twitch, as far as I remember. But this one person who I would watch on Twitch who was like a Kingdom Hearts 1 speedrunner, like back like when I came across him, like they had to watch the intro every time they started a new run, so you got Simple and Clean like every attempt. And then at some point, Twitch started doing the thing where it's like, oh, you can't like listen to the copyrighted music on stream anymore. Even if it's like in a game, like you can get like fucked over for it. So at a certain point, like he would have to like just like play the intro like muted, which was super shitty. And then I guess in like, I don't know if it's like a mod they use or just like like on PC versions I think they play on now, you can just like skip the intro outright. So rip Simple and Clean. So yo, Philly, how's it going? Good luck, fucking that emote. Right, hey Prack. Prack, aren't you forgetting something? Question mark. Hello? Also, I was surprised to see the new model feeling. I was like, damn. It's so like different vibes feeling. Ah, there we go. Okay, now Prax in the chat room. Hey ho. Hey ho. Did you sleep well knowing where the camera was in that DK rando yesterday? Like, ugh, what do you mean it was there? Ugh, fuck that. Actually, I slept like shit because I'm on my no weed again. Dude, I slept really weird. I woke up at a good time today, and then I just fell back, like I laid in the other bed. And I just fell asleep for like 3 hours. I woke up at 10, and then I just like, fell back asleep to like 1. I was like, bro, fuck me. And literally, I was gonna get in the shower and just get ready to do things, and then I fucking laid down again like an asshole. I'm like, well, maybe next time. But I was also so damn tired when I woke up. I was so fucking sleepy when I got up today. Both times I was really sleepy when I woke up. I knew models why you needed the Photoshop. Did you have to like just like Photoshop, like do some texture work or something in there? You slept on your neck and shoulder on Saturday and it's still hurting, but... Okay, Prack, get in the line. G and I are gonna get steamrolled, so you're gonna lay next to us and get steamrolled with us. Okay. Prack, probably. Does anybody else want to get steamrolled with the boys? I've done everything, taking ibuprofen, putting on these cooling strips, and massage it, and it still hurts. Nurse G. Yeah, we need. Where's recovery girl? Where's recovery G at? Yeah, when's the recovery girl cosplay, G? That's the real on-brand content we need. I tried using GIMP for the Photoshop files, but it just imploded. Like GIMP just like didn't accept it. Just weird. Like, isn't it supposed to just work normally with Photoshop stuff? I've never used GIMP before. But I've always heard like pretty good things about it. That it's like supposed to be pretty decent. Considering it's just like a free program. You miss Photoshop? Do you need me to send a certain cool folder to you, Prack? Yes, please. You know, when Photoshop files with more advanced files, it just can't handle things, I guess. I wonder if there's like certain like just like yeah, maybe just certain options that GIMP can't like just doesn't work with. Wow. Oh my god. Gee, thank you for that gift sub to Prack. Slay Queen, enjoy your sub, Prack. Enjoy your no ads when you refresh, I think is how it works usually. Question mark. Dude, I'm dragging my damn feet on this painting. I should be done by now. I should be done by now, I feel like, but I've been going slow AF. Alright, cabin time. It's cabin time. 99 subs, damn. Now remember, if you're the 100th sub, you get a free gift card. Whoa. I will download this when I get home. No problem. Yeah, folder's a really cool way to be able to, like, easily, you know, without hassle, pay for a Photoshop subscription. It's just a very cool, like, easy link that gives you everything you need so you don't get confused. Right, Justin? I could butt around playing Silk Song. Justin right now, probably. Right, Justin leaving his stream up for like a long time on the weekend. Also, Prac, did you get that like insane like storm on Saturday? It lasted for like, I swear to God, like less than an hour here, and then it cleared up, but it like went kind of crazy for a little bit. We were on the way home and it just started like downpouring like no tomorrow. I was glad we were in the car and not like outside anywhere, because that would have sucked. I got a tornado warning. I was like, what the fuck, lol? The fucking yeah emote. But I was home and being gay. Okay, so you were safe. This is like the tiniest cabin ever. This is like the most mini Mario cabin ever. It was kind of hard though, just a little cabin. Yeah, I'm thankful that it didn't get too insane. I do think the rain did help like clear up some of the fucking, like, I don't know, like haziness that was just persisting from the bad air quality because of that fire. But you know, I don't know if you've heard, Prac, I never even heard like how this like fire started wherever it actually happened at in Canada. Northern Ontario. Blue Bob. They need to see, this is why Blue Bob needs to be a firefighter. Because if Blue Bob was a firefighter, he wouldn't have let this happen. Yeah, exactly. He fucking vanished. He's like, yeah, I'm playing Tetris. Yeah, he was only ever a volunteer firefighter. He was never like fully. I don't know how much he was like actually considering being like a full-time firefighter. It seems like a pretty rough, like a dog would say, job. But also, I remember he said like you'd be on for like a week straight, basically. Like you work like insane hours, but then you get like 3 weeks off or something like that. So it's like pretty extreme, like for both ways. But he did the volunteer firefighter stuff when he was like streaming a lot more and doing more speedrun stuff, more frequently. And so he would be like doing like Mario, just like 64 runs, and he had like this like radio thing. Like it was like something like you would see like Spider-Man have those like radios to like where he'd like listen and like on like the police stuff. But he would have like just one of those looking things like on like his shelf behind him, and then it would make some kind of noise when he was like getting a call or like when he had to like go do the stuff with them. And you would hear the noise and like he would like immediately be like, oh, gotta go, and then just end stream like in like 3 seconds. Yeah, pretty intense. Ham radio. Do you have a ham radio, Ebo? We're almost done with this painting. And my cabin's actually so tiny. But maybe this tree is just really big in my version of my painting. Yeah, this painting took way longer because I was kind of like just like fricking around and stopping to talk a bunch. So, whoopsie. But we're almost done, actually. We're pretty much done right now, actually. You have a chicken radio? Oh, nice. Does it have gochujang sauce on it or not? Actually, I still have to do a little bit more. I'm gonna do some of this, actually. Actually, where's Carlos? Speaking of Mario trying to open a door in sunshine. I don't know if it's actually happening, but I was like, the Panza was in here earlier, and I was like, yo, shots. And then he was like, could. And I'm like, all right, shots on Saturday. So, question mark? I don't know if that's happening, but. Shots? I like that I think my favorite part of this painting is the sky that mostly got kind of covered up by that big tree, but I don't know, like the sky just kind of is vibes for me in this painting. I'm not gonna lie. I think we might be done with this one. I don't really got much else I want to do for this one. So I think it's time to end the recording there. So I hope this was an enjoyable painting, and we'll see you next time for the start of a new season where probably nothing really will change, most likely. But until then, thanks for watching.